get some skibbity claps. Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something, man. Y'all from the hood, nigga. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying, man? I fuck around, fuck your whole shit up, son. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Yo.
I am not that hood at all.
We here, man.
At all.
Hey.
I'll explain what that is in a minute, all right? Shout out to the Pudge, real Pudge. Happy
What's
birthday.
up, Pudge?
Happy belated birthday.
Okay, he had a birthday.
Birthday same day as mine.
That's what's up, man. Happy belated, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you, Cancer Nation in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes,
fuck
sir.
All Leos and shit.
Why I gotta be fucking Leo? I'm a Leo.
I gotta start animosity, man. That's what these numbers can grow, man. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, man. We gotta get something going.
Yeah, nah, fuck.
But hey, we appreciate y'all checking us out.
Man.
Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. We're just getting started. We got everything going. So we on Instagram, got YouTube ready.
Yep.
We got Facebook going.
StreamYard,
Spotify, all of that, man.
Bitch ass niggas out there, we definitely got some mama.
As you can see, we got some enhancements. We got a little green screen behind us. So if we need to do some special effects, we can do that.
Let me clap it up. Yeah, let me clap it up for Curtis, man. Curtis been stepping up the game. You know what I'm saying? He got mics and shit. We getting all professional.
I'm trying, man.
We're trying to get that soup. Whoop whoop.
Soup whoop whoop.
I mean, to put down another topic.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Shit.
We got a lot of topics to talk about today.
Yeah, it seems like every time we missed, because, last week we missed, and I was like, man, I was itching to get some shit. But it seems like every time we miss, man, it's just so much shit.
So much stuff going on, man. It's been raining and pouring since we last broadcasted. So we, we'll let y'all know if we have to miss any more shows, because I'm sure we will, but we definitely getting up there. This is episode 170.
Mm-hmm.
So we fastly approaching 200. We're going to definitely do it big when we get there. While Howie's getting ready, I just want to show y'all a little t-shirt that I made for the podcast. If y'all can see that. Triad Hip Hop Podcast. You know what I mean? It is official. And, if y'all want your very own, hit us up in the DMs, or you can even email us at therealtriadhiphop.podcast@gmail. So we are in the building. And we got a lot to talk about, man. But how was your last couple of weeks?
Yeah, celebrated the birthday, and I just want to thank the Most High for giving me another year.
Yeah, man.
I want to thank my girl. She showed me a good time. Took a nigga on a date. You know what I mean? Wanna dine and eat? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it was, man. I'm thankful. I mean, I may not be where I want to be, or in that case, need to be. But man, there's a lot of stuff that's happening out here. I'm thankful.
Yeah, man. That's how I need to be. Yes, I don't think I know I'm not where I want to be, but I'm further than where I was. So
yes, sir.
That's what's most important. You know what I mean? Y'all keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about what you lacking. You know what I mean? At least you're further than where you were. So, but yeah, my last couple of weeks was pretty good. You know what I mean? Went down to Fayetteville for the 4th. Some family down there. Did a cookout. You know what I mean? Got to spend some time down there. That was cool. And, just been working other than that. You know what I mean? Chilling. Actually, I did get into a little bit of a car accident earlier this week.
I meant to ask about
that. It's all good, man. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I was just driving through a Sam's Club parking lot, and some guy was backing out, man, wasn't paying attention, and just backed out, like hit the gas and just pulled back quick and smashed right into me on the passenger side. I was like, dang, dude. Made me so mad. I'm glad I wasn't hurt, man, but my little Nissan Versa, he had his big Expedition. So you know he tore me up.
Yeah, he tore your shit.
Yeah, man.
Don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of there, real shit.
Right.
Monster truck.
Right. Get your bitch ass out this parking lot. But yeah, he got me, man. Crunched me up a little bit. So, but everything is being handled. You know what I mean? His insurance is going to take care of it. My car will be out of commission for a couple of weeks, but it'll be all right. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, this is episode 170,
170.
and we got a lot more to go. We thank y'all for always checking us out. Those of you who do, shout out to everybody who's checking us out right now. Now, before y'all do anything, if you don't mind, please hit all the buttons: like, share, subscribe,
Yep.
like, share, subscribe. We need that help. Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters.
We need funds to be allocated.
For the sake of the school. So yeah, man. All right. Well, before we go too far, I just want to send some condolences for some people that we lost. If y'all haven't heard, the president of Haiti was assassinated last week, and I didn't even know about it until yesterday. I was like, "Yo, what? What?" And so they got a few of the suspects, which is sad because supposedly the total number of people who were in on this is around 17.
Damn.
So they got about 5 of them, I think, so far, something like that. So they got a handful of them. They had some Colombians in there, some Americans was in there, it's a bunch of people, man. I'm like, what the hell? Y'all just going crazy these days, man. What'd you think about that when you heard it?
Man, I've heard allegedly some of the stuff that went on. Excuse me, I'm trying to
Oh, you good,
a
man.
couple of things at the time, but a couple of things that went on was that that president was corrupt. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard from the people that I listened to and whatnot, allegedly that he was actually bringing in people from San Francisco about that money like them boys. Also, I heard that he was supposed to step down around January and did not step down.
Oh,
so
wow.
People were kind of upset about that. Again, don't know. Can't really be for sure to really speak on it, but those were the things I heard.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I heard. What I heard is Haiti ain't got no COVID going on, and they don't want to play the games with these other countries like us, and so they doing these corrupt things to take them out because they're not in bed with the U.S. and all the other countries.
Well,
you know how that go.
I can believe that because you know what I'm saying, because that's just like in a couple countries in Africa. Some of them would get killed by mysterious reasons.
Right.
They bring a president in that wants to get people vaccinated. So I mean, like I said, that could very well could be on the table too. Yeah.
So it's really sad, man, that had to happen. But rest in peace to him. Also, rest in peace goes to an actress by the name of Suzanne Douglas. She was known for a show back in the day called The Parenthood with Robert Townsend.
Yeah.
It was a really good show. And she's been in some movies too. She was actually in Us. She was in the movie Us. She was in there, yeah. So definitely, if anybody has not checked that out, that was a pretty good movie. Go check it out. And then, so she's been acting for a long time, but also rest in peace goes to Robert Downey Sr. So he just passed away. I'm not sure what happened with him, but I just heard that he had passed away. So he was probably up there in age. He was probably in his 80s or something like that. Yeah. All right. So it's but rest in peace to all of them. And we just want to send condolences to the families of all those people, but also want to send some get well wishes to Wale, the rapper.
Yeah.
He's going through an illness. He didn't really speak on what it was, but he just said he needed some prayers. So definitely going to send him some well wishes. And let's do a moment of silence for those who we've lost recently, if you don't mind. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. We appreciate it. So, but yeah, man, it's I thought that was crazy, man. I don't even know how they pulled off that assassination of the president of Haiti. I need to follow up on that and find out, all the details of what they did. So, but yeah, so we got some birthdays to catch up on. I want to give some shout outs to a bunch of people who had birthdays recently and a couple that are coming up here in the next few days. So, back on July 1st, we had my man Jerobi from A Tribe Called Quest. Happy birthday to him. Also on the 1st, Missy, Misdemeanor Elliott. Happy birthday to her.
All them motherfuckers share my birthday.
Yeah, man.
Nice. We're good company though.
Yeah.
We're good company.
But on July 2nd, we had my man, the West Coast legend, Spice One. Yes, sir. Spice.
187.
Yes, sir.
187.
Y'all know nothing about that Spice One, yo. Y'all got to get up on that.
Spice is that dude, man.
So, also on the 2nd, we got my man, DJ Tony Touch.
Okay.
Tony Touch.
That's right.
He all over the place, man. On July 3rd, we have my man Trey the Truth. Happy birthday to him.
Right.
On the 5th of July, we got quite a few. We got my man RZA from Wu-Tang. Happy birthday. We got Royce the 5'9", all same day. We got my man Bizarre, also from Detroit. So him and Royce share the same day. And then Mac Dre, who was from the West Coast. Rest in peace to him. He died back in '04. So I wanted to just also give him a happy birthday to him. And then on the 6th, we had Joel Ortiz, also from Slaughterhouse. So him and Royce in the same couple of days. My man Rhyme Fest from Chicago. We got 50 Cent from New York. Happy birthday to him. On the 7th of July, we have my man Cassidy from Philly. We have my man Edie Amin. I believe he was out of New Jersey, I believe. He was with the Outlaws. On the 8th, we had my man I-20 from DTP. Yeah, man. On the 10th, we have my man Christopher Martin, a.k.a. Play from Kid and Play.
All right.
And today's the 11th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, today we got...
No.
Today's the 10th. So Christopher Martin is today. Yeah. So happy birthday to him. And tomorrow, Little Kim is celebrating her birthday. So happy birthday to her. Coming up on the 13th, my man Saigon. Yeah, he got a birthday. So happy birthday to him.
Cancer Nation in the motherfucking house.
Yeah, man. We gonna let y'all have a minute. We gonna let y'all.
Oh no, we all the minute.
Well,
that's what I wait. That's what I wait for. Got the crab out joints.
What Kanye said? Hold on. I'm gonna let you have a minute. But first of all, Beyonce had the best album of the year.
Fall time.
But yeah, man. So that's it for the birthdays. Happy birthday to everybody. Let me give them some skibbity claps. All right, and then let me see here. For music, I had a few more, but there's some couple I might have forgotten. But my man Papoose just dropped that June album I was telling y'all about. He did it on the last day of June. I heard a few tracks. It's dope. You know what I mean? He always dropping them hits. The bars is always incredible. My man Styles P just dropped an album called Ghosted. Yeah, man. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's pretty hot, man. You know what I mean?
Features on it?
Oh, yeah, he got a few features, but I can't remember who, but I know I heard a few features on there. So y'all need to go check that out. He just dropped that a couple days ago. So my man is doing the thing. You know, I like when people just kind of drop albums out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's the thing nowadays. So go check all that out. Now, before we get out of music, one last music thing that just dropped. Girl, you look good. Won't you vax that thing up? Oh, man, my man Juvenile, he dropped Vax that thing up. You don't like the Vax?
Man, fuck that shit.
It's him and Manny Fresh, and they went and jumped on it with Mia X. Got Mia X.
Mia X was in it too?
Yeah, Mia
Damn.
X. So it's fun. It's funny because... Don't worry about it. It'll stop ringing. Yeah. We got a call coming in from the president, but we ain't going to answer it. That nigga could wait. Yeah. But anyway,
Man, you see I'm busy.
but anyways, so I like the fact that they, joined up with Mia X because Mia X was from the Master P camp. You know what I mean? You got Juvenile and Manny Fresh from that Cash Money camp. You know what I mean? So that was kind of dope. But still, it's kind of corny to me. I wouldn't really do that. As many people, a lot of people still ain't on this vax thing. You know what I mean? So it's like in hip hop that comes off as corny. So it's like, why would you do that?
Well,
You know what I mean? Why?
I was even looking at this morning. They're like less than half the people that got
Okay.
vaccinated. So what is
Okay.
that? So what is that?
Right.
My thing of it
Right.
is this too. It's like whether you for the vaccine or not. I don't want to. Well, let me rephrase it. Jab. You for the jab or not? You cannot tell me that there is an agenda going on to push black people on.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me.
Absolutely.
You cannot tell me
Absolutely.
that's what that is.
I don't even doubt it, man. Because I mean, I that was the first thing I said when I saw it. I was like, what kind of bag did they get for this? You know what I mean? What kind of bag did y'all get? Because there ain't no way that y'all just said, let's do a Vax promo song. It's so funny to me because the part of the song where Lil Wayne goes, now after you back it up and stop and what, drop it like it's hot. That's the part Mia X does. She goes, instead of saying drop it like it's hot, she like, go get the shot, go get the shot.
No. Mia!
Mia X, man.
Mia, no!
Hey, I don't know, man. I just want to know.
No.
I just want to know who put them up to it. You know what I mean? Because, I just don't see why they would use that on their own as a platform. Somebody must have came to them and said, we'll give you a bag if you do this. Like you said, because they're really trying to push it on black people as much as possible.
Good.
And, I have respect for anybody who gets the shot. Do your thing. But I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
And then the fact
I'm not convinced.
And the fact these motherfuckers going door to door now.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers
Yeah.
going door to door.
It's getting crazy.
Man, I'm like, dude, that's look, man, that's that Nazi shit.
I'm telling you, man. It's crazy. I ain't doing it, man, because I keep seeing too much stuff that tells me otherwise, So
it's just too much. It's just too much. It don't. To me, this is the thing. If you're gonna, like I said, if you take it, that should be your business.
Right.
But yeah, you can't get. And that's the thing. If it was effective and stuff, the product would sell itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta push candy on fat people. You know why? Well, that's a bad example. That sounds like Terry Crews. Let me get him. That's a bad example. Let me give you something else.
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna. If people like peanut butter and they see Reese's Pieces, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They like chocolate and peanut butter. You ain't gotta sell that to them real hard. You know why? Because they like chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah, they already like that shit.
They already like it.
So yeah, man.
No sense.
It's crazy, man. But like I said, do what you want to do. Get your shot. But I'm just not feeling it right now, and I'm not convinced. We don't believe you. You need more people.
Yeah, you fucking need more people. I'm telling you right now, I ain't getting it.
Yeah, I can't do it. So anyways,
got a question of the day for you.
My bad. Almost forgot about the question of the day. Thank you for reminding me. So yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, what's our question of the day?
So, our question of the day is, since in the spirit of, black people, we just celebrated the 4th.
Uh-huh.
Celebrated Juneteenth.
Okay.
The minutes of them niggas sucking dick, you know what I'm saying? They stopped sucking dick for about 2 days.
Right.
Man, it's fuck. And then, they went back to sucking dick after 2 days.
He is really trying his best to get us off the air.
And so, now, we got everybody done cooked out. And, black people, our people, you have the saying like, hey, man, they white, we can bring them to the cookout. So the question today is, if you can't bring them, a certain white person, to the cookout, would you bring them a plate? You can't. Like, look, son, you can't come to the cookout. All right, all right. I can't be seen with you.
Bring him a plate.
I'll get you a plate though. I'll get some ribs. We all right.
Yeah.
So if you can't, if you're white, one of your white friends is like, yeah, you know, kind of agree with them on stuff, but I know I can't bring around these niggas.
Right.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, sometimes it be like that,
yeah,
you know.
Like, you know, they cool, but
hey, I ain't gonna lie, I got some white friends just like that, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all ready for the cookout, but I'll bring your plate back.
Yeah,
you know, I'll bring your plate back. You know, you got an honorary presence at the cookout, but you ain't ready for the cookout yet. But so yeah, I agree. I think I would do that.
So who would that be like in the mine would be Alex Jones. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With the whole thing going on with him and Joe Budden. So but anyway, I'm gonna let you go ahead and you know who you want to be.
Well, if you're talking about like famous people, you know, I would say because I was more so thinking about some of my personal friends, but famous people. Let me think. I'd say Justin Timberlake. I bring him a plate. I don't know if he's ready for the full cookout experience, but I'll bring him a plate. You know what I mean? He cool as hell though. It's not too many. Hold on. Let me try to get one more. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is cool as hell, but
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I bring Tom Hanks a plate. I ain't bringing him to the cookout.
You don't want to get a man that loves Jenny going to the cookout.
Nah, he ain't ready for the full cookout.
I mean, he went back and got Bubba.
He did. Actually, he did. He might. Yeah, you might be right. He might need to come to the cookout. He went back and got Bubba. He might have to come to the cookout.
He found Bubba.
So that means he can come and take a plate to go. So who would you bring a plate
like
to?
I said,
Alex Jones.
It's like look, Jones, look, you can't be around niggas. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I tell you what, you know, Alex Jones, some of the stuff he say, like, I love and hate relationship with him, man. Like, you know, I used to listen to him and all this other stuff, but that's not either here and there. But anyway, what I was gonna say is, yeah, I give him a plate. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a complete douchebag. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we'll get on that later. You know, like I said, like I'll talk about that here in a few. Hey, what was going on with Joe Budden and all that.
Before we move on though, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never really cared for Alex Jones. I ain't never had no good moments with him. Every time I see him, it's like, you give me a headache, dude.
He's trying to save everybody to make sure that the frogs don't turn the game. Will you help me?
Well, you sound just like that
frogs.
Fool. Yo, he sound just like that fool.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Today,
yeah, man, we gotta do some impressions today. But yeah, you know, if you say so, man, I ain't never had a moment where I was like, Alex Jones is cool. I never had that.
I ain't saying he's cool. I'm just saying.
I ain't even had to remotely.
I'll give a nigga a plate.
I wouldn't even bring him a plate. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Look. I can't bring her.
Yeah.
Get your plate. Shut the fuck up.
Right. Just don't say nothing.
Howard, I'm going to the cooking. No, fuck you ain't out. Goddamn, stay over there.
He
I'll get you a plate.
Him and Rush Limbaugh in the same boat.
Oh, nah, fuck Rush Limbaugh. Nah, I'm pissing his shit.
I don't know. Rush Limbaugh in the same boat as him for me. But maybe I need to listen to Alex Jones a little bit more.
You know, like I said.
It was one time where I think it was maybe Charlamagne the God tried to interview Alex Jones back in the day, like a few years ago. And I tried to watch it, and I was like, this still ain't working out.
Well, see, this is the thing that you mentioned that. Well, see, Alex Jones went on Too Flagrant with what's my man, Andrew Schultz. And see, that was the whole beef was about with Joe Budden, because Joe Budden called them out for having Alex Jones on the podcast. But now there's people saying, well, okay, T.I. had him on the podcast when this expedition podcast. No one said nothing to him about
Right,
Alex Jones
right.
being on there.
That's true.
So, and I saw the episode. One thing I can say, whether you like him or hate him, you know, what I'm saying Alex Jones is entertaining. But he does drop some. He does drop some truth and some nuggets. You know, sometimes there's some wording.
Yeah.
He could word things a little better, but other than that, like you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, oh, you gotta follow this guy. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's certain things that he does drop some type of truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that, you know, you can learn from everybody.
Yeah.
You listen to it, you chew the meat, you spit the fat out.
Okay. Yeah. So I got to get caught up on this Joe Budden thing if you want to talk about that right now. So Joe Budden basically called him out for having Alex Jones on the show.
I think, like I said, I think he was reaching. He was reaching and stuff, and
I could see that. That sounds like a Joe Budden thing.
And you know, because some of the things, because on the show, Alex Jones addressed that whole January 6th thing. They were saying that he funded, you know what I'm saying, he funded them. That he said that wasn't the case. I think, and that's alleged. I didn't get a chance to really look into it.
Okay.
Also, he was saying that, that they shouldn't, like Andrew. He was calling for Andrew Schultz system to not necessarily be removed, but it's like, yeah, Charlamagne, you need to check them because, you know, and then the fact that they had Joe Rogan on there, who's like a right, you know, oh, Joe Rogan is right ring. I'm like, nah, because Joe, I heard out of Joe's mouth, and he said he leans left.
Yeah.
But the thing about, Joe talks to everybody.
Right. That's
how Joe does.
Joe Rogan is the type of guy you really got to listen to because he doesn't go for one versus the other, but he does sometimes lean a little more, maybe left, but you know he's not really specifically left or right. You know what I mean, he's just like, okay, if this person makes logical sense, now I agree with them on that. But if this one over here makes some logical sense, I may agree with them on that, but I don't necessarily have to choose one over the other. You know what I mean? So he's good for that.
Yeah, and I think what it is with Budden, you know, Joe, he's like, you know what I'm saying? I think he's trying to get right because everybody, you know, a lot of people are speculating that, you know, the thing that he did to Rory and Maul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're kind of like, and then the two people that he got on there, now, I'm not saying they're bad. Not Roy and Maul.
Right.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. They don't have the same chemistry.
Hey.
So
let's see how long they last, you know?
Yep.
Or Joe spaz out on them, you know what I mean?
Man,
fire him.
I ain't getting y'all shit. I ain't got no Joe Budden joint.
Right.
But
it is what it is, man.
Oh, so, I want to shout out. You had some product to show too, right?
Yeah.
I want to shout out this lady, Kimberly Mosberry. She has made these shirts.
Oh, yeah. I bought stuff from her before.
Yeah, she's got the Sha'Carri Richardson looking like this shit's dope.
Yeah. Show that to the camera.
Let me show this in the camera. This shit is dope. So I know I'm not doing the best job. I'm trying to do the best I can. But the shit is dope. Y'all can follow her.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I'm psyched about that.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, I got I don't know if you remember. Well, you good. I got a shirt from her. It's got Africa on it, and I think it's got a little crown on it. It's a black shirt with kind of gold Africa. I've worn it on the podcast before, but I got that from her. Okay. A friend of mine introduced me to her, so I bought products from her. Yeah.
Well, that's good because I was feeling nervous. You know what I'm saying? I cashed out there some money. Like, okay, now where the tracking number? She's like, yeah, here's the shirts. I'm like, I said, damn, I think got burnt. But nah, it's all good though. It's all good.
She does good work. Sometimes it does take a little bit on the shipping and stuff. But she, definitely does good work. And I actually shouted her out on my personal Instagram page. There's one of her drawings on one of my last few posts. So if you go back, you can see it.
Yeah.
and I shouted her out. So I didn't know you knew about her.
Nah, I think I like one of her things. I think you know how Instagram is. I think they have like a
Hmm.
little sponsored thing or something
Yeah,
like that. I don't. It might have been that I don't know, but I
yeah,
clicked on it. And I was like, oh, this art is nice. I like the. I
yeah,
like to follow like people that do like crazy art and do you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's like okay, and especially like African American art, black art and stuff.
Absolutely,
It's a beautiful
absolutely.
thing, and there's a lot of talented folk. The cosplayers, like black, especially like the black girls that do the cosplay. Well,
Right.
black people in general, but white girls are killing it right now with the
Yeah,
cosplay stuff.
most definitely, man. They
Yeah.
really are. Definitely are. So love the cosplay. So yeah, while we're kind of promoting some stuff real quick, let me first give a shout out to my man Wise Intelligent from
Okay.
Poor Righteous Teachers. I just purchased a copy of his book, as y'all can see. Show that to y'all right there.
Clap that up.
Show that to y'all right there. Yeah.
Wise intelligent.
Show
Didn't he
that.
call himself? It was something he called himself like something Jesus, Jinky Jesus.
I can't remember.
It's
You
like
might be
Jinky
right.
Jesus for the kids.
Well, yeah, man.
Oh, man.
This is a good book. It's called 3/5 of an MC: The Manufacturing of a Dumbed Down Rapper.
Okay.
So y'all know what that's all about.
That's
You know what I
what's
mean?
up.
Because nowadays we are truly in the times of the dumbed down rapper. You know what I mean? We don't condemn all these new rappers, but there are some that you can tell have just been cookie cut and manufactured and thrown out there just to make some money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of that going on. Also, one more product I want to show up. Just got my copy recently of this new game called Hip Hop Vocals. Yeah, man. See that?
And who's that by?
Um, I think the company. Let me see if it shows the name of the company on here. Uh, Communal Games
Yeah,
LLC. So yeah,
I like the package
yeah.
too.
It's a trivia game, so it's a card game. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure y'all get that.
On the back, bars matter.
Bars
That's
matter.
right.
You know what I mean? Check that out.
Not all bars matter.
Yes, sir.
Real bars
You
matter.
know what I mean? So
You know what I mean?
just want to give them a
No
quick
whack
shout out.
bars. Real bars, Nick.
But you get a bunch of decks of cards and stuff like that, and a person one person plays basically the MC, and they have a partner. It's kind of like when you're playing spades. You and your partner versus somebody and their partner.
Oh,
So you
okay.
have to have a group of people. You can't really do a one-on-one, just like you can't really do one-on-one in spades. So one of you plays the MC, and the card will give you something, either some lyrics or a song, and you got to make the other person figure out what you're talking about. Like either they'll have to name the song or they'll have to name the artist, I believe. So you have,
Okay.
and then there'll be certain keywords that are forbidden that you can't say. That's too easy. So like, if I'm talking about maybe let's say Ghostface, I can't really say the word Wu-Tang. It'd be too easy. Something like that. So it's something where like that. So we gonna definitely make some use out of that. So one more time, shout out to Hip Hop Vocals and Communal Games. Yeah, man. Definitely was happy to see that. There's a few hip hop games I found over the course of time, but that one really struck me, and I had to. I ordered it. It was on back order for a few months, so I just recently got it, and I just wanted to show y'all so y'all could support that. It's a good game if you like trivia and card games and stuff like that. So, all right. So let me see here. So on to some other topics. So real quick, let me mention Sha'Carri Richardson, because as y'all know, she was initially they were talking about banning her for like 30 days, but then eventually they kicked her out altogether, from what I understand, which I thought was kind of whack. You know what I mean? So now she can't compete at all, which I understand penalizing somebody. So if you did the whole 30 days thing, she would have missed her event, but now she can't do nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, you're going to take the whole thing away from her. I get it. You know what I mean? The 30 days was kind of harsh, but, it is what it is. She did the crime. She got to do the time, but I just think taking her out completely was way overboard to me.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, I have to commend her because she did like a champ. She didn't like other people were defending like we are now. We're defending her, which I think we rightfully should.
Yeah.
But she's like, okay, you know what? I messed up. I'm not gonna say nothing about it.
Right.
I'm gonna take the charge. I mean, she did that. She did that real
Yeah,
good.
she did the
and
right
she did it
thing.
professional. I could commend that. We need to get back to that. Really, that's what we really need to do. We really need to get back to that type of integrity. Hey, I messed up. You know, like I said, I think there's a lot to be learned. There's a lot to be said about that and about her character. So shout out to her. She's my hero.
Yeah,
For real.
definitely, man. And I'm gonna definitely check into getting that shirt with her on it with the flash suit. I
Yo,
like
this
that.
joint,
Yeah.
can't wait. Man.
Yeah, so that was pretty
Can't wait.
dope.
That's dope.
So shout out to all these artists out there, man. Doing their thing. You know what I mean. So we gotta get our thing going. So, but yeah, so we got a lot of topics to talk about, man. What do you want to talk about next? We got what about Joe Brown when he talked about Bill Cosby?
Well, first of all, let me say this. Man. Let me say this. I'm glad that the Bill Cosby's free, bro. Glad he's free. Sometimes, sometimes women wake up with a little spoonful of pudding in the butt. And I didn't mean to rape you.
I didn't mean to rape you.
But no,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad on the serious tip, man. I'm glad he out. What I'm saying, this is, a lot of people saying, oh, he's a predator, this, that, and the third. But the thing of it is, and the fact of the matter is, a lot of this stuff. That's what Joe Brown was saying. Was like, okay, we have to go by the law. Yeah, he might. The thing of it is, on the way the law works, not out of fucking emotion, not out of they happen to bring up like all these women
Right,
on
right.
here to say that he did this. He told them on a confession that yeah, he provided them the drugs, but the drugs were prescription. They were his, and they asked for those drugs. The women asked for those drugs. So how can you rape somebody that's specifically asking for those drugs?
Yeah.
Because most of these women that he was dealing with, they was either coked up, and that's how it was in those circles of Hollywood.
What Joe Brown said, they was groupies.
Yeah.
He said they was
And I mean,
groupies.
they were just, slut buckets. That's what they were. And
Joe Brown is so old school, man.
Joe don't give a fuck.
He don't. He really
Let me
don't.
tell you something, man. Lamont, big dummy. You're trying to talk over me and say that I'm this. I'm just paraphrasing. I'm just paraphrasing this stuff. I'm not putting words in people's mouths. I'm just saying that now.
Right.
This is just me doing. This is just entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
So I don't want y'all to use the clip and be like, yeah, see, this nigga did this here. And like, nah, I don't. Mm-mm. But anyway, so like I was saying before I was really interrupted by you motherfuckers, I said that basically that these girls were groupies and sluts. And they didn't do, and Dr. Cosby, Mr. Cosby, had a confession that he told court, and it wasn't supposed to be used against him. And they used it against him in that court. It wasn't even supposed to be a case.
There you go. And I mean, the thing is, Bill Cosby, from what I understand, he did admit to, supplying some of these pills and things that kind of helped him get a little loose or whatever. But he never got convicted as far as full-on rape or anything like that. It's just that he did admit, from what I understand, to giving them the pills and drinks and stuff like that. They did kind of, either make him act, loose or made him fall asleep and all of that kind of stuff. But that's all from what I understand, that's all he got convicted of. So, I don't know. He may have assaulted some of them, but, there's no conviction in regards to that, from what I understand.
Oh, then,
So-
and also, what's her name? Rashawn, because she's over
Felicia
there.
Rashad.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
over there in Howard, and they gave her like, oh, you support, but like, no, like she's like trying to stand by him, like she was like,
Yeah.
oh well, all these people over there at Howard, they're talking about like, oh, you need to stop because he was a racist and all that stuff. I'm like, man, come on.
Right.
First of all, let's get this fucking clear. Cosby ain't the worst thing out on the street.
Right.
Cosby's not the worst thing out on the street. Let me make that clear. Also, he ain't the first motherfucker that did what he did. I don't know if you remember a guy named Roman Pulowski, that motherfucker who left the States.
Yep.
Can't come back to the States because he allegedly had sex with an 11-year-old girl. Y'all want to talk? Y'all want to bring up shit? Let's bring up shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Bring up shit.
Yeah, because
I'm fucking tired of it, man.
And Bill Cosby is definitely not the first one to do that. Everybody was doing all that kind of stuff, man, back in the days. But like I said, Bill Cosby, I think he's just basically saying, whatever happened wasn't to the extent that y'all are blaming me for. So that's it. But so I mean, I'm sure, and we'll never know. Only him and God will know, But either way, there's so many people who have done way worse that nobody ever talks about, or people who let it fly. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, whatever. But Bill Cosby, as soon as it's like it seems like always when it's the black person, we gotta hammer them into the ground. You know what I mean? So it's tons of white people who have done stuff with minors, like the Jeffrey Epsteins and all of them. But you hear about R. Kelly and they're like, yeah, we got to pound him into the ground. Jeffrey Epstein, oh yeah, that was gross, so let him go. That's all. They just look at him like, oh yeah, he's disgusting, but oh well. But R. Kelly, they making all types of stuff about him, and not that he wasn't guilty, you know what I mean? But it's like, why y'all ain't treating everybody the same way?
Yeah, if you go, that's the only thing we have. If you're gonna, don't ostracize us and make us like the worst villains. Mm-hmm. Like, man, men folk, we do fucked up shit because that's what we do. Men folks, with our, urges and things like that, we do fucked up shit. But at the same time, that being said, if you do the crime, he served his sentence, he did what can you do? Why are you still mad at him? He should be on the fact of like, okay, this didn't happen. Let's go on from there. Period.
Yeah, that's it. But it is what it is, man. What you want to talk about next?